I'm excited to share someone's story with you, and hopefully you will see yourself in this person's story. So I received a phone call the other day from a gentleman that is in his 40s and is looking to purchase his first home. Makes plenty of money in order to handle a monthly note because he is renting at $3,000 a month. But let me share with you what was shared with him, and you see if this could help you. So, I chose a property as an example. This is a beautiful property in Houston, Texas. It is 5 bedrooms, 4.5 bath with a pool, and this property is renting at $3,800 a month. Now, isn't this property gorgeous? Even though it's virtually staged in some of these pictures, it gives you an idea of the space and how the space can be best used. So $3,800 a month for this beautiful home with a pool. Would you like to hear my comments about that? I mean, that's great if you want to rent. However, let me show you how much your monthly payment would be if you were to buy and how you would do that. Okay, so work with me here. Let's look at the listing. This is on Water Iris Court, $3,800 a month. The property is 3,832 square feet. My bad, it's 5 bedrooms and 3.5 baths. So 3.5 baths for here. Now, I want you to see that the property has a rental application for it. And here is where you would fill out the rental application, right? This is normal, but I also want to say that if you were to buy a house, you would be providing similar information. The only difference is we're not going to ask you if you have pets and if there's going to be a pet deposit or anything of that nature. But before I even do that, let's look here at the rental criteria for this property. So here are the criteria. All individuals living in the home age 18 and over are required to complete an application and pass through a screening process. If you were to apply for a mortgage, that is not a requirement. Who cares if you're 18 or over? A mortgage application is only about the individuals that will be purchasing the home. Okay, so $50 for an application fee. Sometimes it's $50, $100 per person. So let's say you have 4 individuals, 2 adults and 2 people that are over the age of 18. You are already at $200 just for an application fee. Okay, excuse me. The rental verification, paycheck stubs, copy of your driver's license and social security cards, letter of explanation for any derogatory credit if applicable. This is the same if you were to, apply for a mortgage. Look at this, FICO credit score. The minimum is 600. Well, guess what? If you're applying for a mortgage, the minimum is 620. In some cases, 640. But for this particular exercise, the minimum score is 620. Pretty close, huh? Well, look at the income qualifications. This is just to rent, $3,800 a month. The household gross income has to be 3 times the monthly rent. I want you to really calculate that in your head. If your monthly income is 3 times $3,800, then you absolutely could afford a mortgage payment. You could afford to buy a home. You really could. Now, what I want to do is go back to this screen here, okay? Now I want you to see something. We're going to scroll down and we're going to do a comparison of what it would be to rent this property versus buying this property. So look at the rent versus buy report. The rent is $3,800 a month, and annual return on investment 7%. If you were to purchase at $380,000 with your down payment of $19,000, and if this right here is your issue, that's where the down payment assistance programs come into play. All these videos that I've been posting on my social media, on my blogs, on my YouTube, they're all about down payment assistance programs. And so how you could save that $19,000, which you may not have in your pocket right now, you could still buy this home because you would be getting $19,000 in down payment assistance. Mortgage term, is 30 years, and the current interest rate at 6,000. I'm sorry, at 6%. No, it's not 6,000. The current interest rate at 6%. Look at your monthly total. Let me move that. Look at your monthly total. Your estimated total monthly mortgage would be $3,100 compared to the rent payment of $3,800. Let's look at the cost benefit analysis. It would cost you $238,000 if you were to rent this property for 5 years versus you buying the property. Your total cost for your 30-year is $220,000. Renting benefits, buying benefits. Look at the benefit. The net cost of buying $81,000 versus the net cost of renting at $227,000. So what I'm here to show you is that there are similar steps of renting versus buying. The big difference that seems to be hindering many of you is the down payment and or the credit. Okay? So let's talk about both of those. The down payment. Again, there are many down payment assistance programs. And if you look at any of my videos, I've shown you that some of these properties have anywhere from 18 to 38 different down payment assistance programs that property may be eligible for. How do you apply for those? It is the same as if you were applying or putting in a rental application. Same thing with an apartment. It's the same thing with the house. You put in the same similar information that you would if you were renting. And that's one of the determining factors of if you qualify for a down payment assistance program. The second thing is your credit. Now, let's say that your credit score is below 620. That is just a problem that can be overcome. Okay? It is not a, hey, look, you're never going to buy a home. It's just a simple problem that can be overcome. Now, what could happen is the lender, my mortgage lender, will look at your credit and say, okay, if you were to pay these items off within 3 to 6 months, your scores could jump up above 620. Again, if you were to pay those items off, you may be using money that typically would be here in your down payment. But what if you pay those off, pay off any owed debt, any credit, get your score up above 620, and you qualify for a down payment assistance program? Then guess what? Instead of you renting this property and throwing your money away, you could actually own this property. Look at that. Look how beautiful that is. Someone took some really good pictures. But you could actually own this property instead of renting it for $3,800 a month. I am here to help you. I am here to guide you. I am here and I want to help you to purchase a home. I want to help you to move from renting a home over to purchasing a home, because in most cases it could save you money. All right, that's all I have for this particular episode. If you would like more information on down payment assistance programs or how to go from rent to ownership, please give me a call.